university opened in 1874, in September of 1874, and the Board of Trustees expected to have a large number of students showed up. It didn't work out like they thought. Only 39 students came to enroll at Purdue, and of those 39, only 13 were qualified for university studies. The rest of the students, they needed the income from them, so they accepted them into what they called an academy, which was a glorified high school, maybe even a junior high. And the distinguished faculty not only had to teach the 13 college students the courses, they had to go over and teach the junior high school kids their courses as well, as they tried to matriculate them up to the collegiate level. So the description of the students at that time, they were not a sophisticated bunch. These were not perfect SAT scores. These students were described as country students. They said there wasn't a suit of dress clothes in the entire faculty or in the student body. It was pretty primitive. Everything was pretty primitive. But they got along pretty well, except for the faculty and the faculty wives and the children living in the same hall together, working together all day, going home, living in the same place together all evening, sleeping in the same place all night, getting up the next day, having breakfast together, doing it all over again. By the end of the first school year, many of the faculty started moving out and finding a place to live someplace else because they had come to bickering. And that was good because in 1875, the university started admitting female students, and they were put in the residence hall where the faculty had been and where some faculty still remained. The university had a graduation. The first commencement was in 1875, the spring of 1875. One person graduated, John Harper. He had come here to follow a faculty member. He'd come from what became Butler. His major was chemistry. They had a program in the Armory, and it poured rain, but a large group of people came from Lafayette, and everybody in the campus community came. And there was a wonderful ceremony, and Harper gave a talk talking about, that there is no limit to what we can learn. Education goes on forever. The governor was here. They gave John Purdue a chance to speak, and he said he hadn't really planned to give a speech, but as long as he would ask, he would say a few words. And he talked about how important it was to him to get this university going and how important education was to people. And then he went into a talk about how he and the Board of Trustees and the faculty did not get along. He said there was a lot of arguing, and he hoped it would be better next year, and he sat down. And I can only imagine, there's no description of how the audience reacted to the speech by our founder, but I imagine they were stunned for a second and were quiet, and then gave him polite applause.